All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Cigar City Brewing, and they're out of Tampa, Florida, and this is their Margarita Gose. So they're calling this a Gose that is brewed with orange peel and lime, comes in at 4.2% alcohol by volume, 5 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just over 2 months old. So when it came to the shelfie beers for November, I decided to throw this one in the mix because I'm drinking a lot of like bigger imperial stouts and porters and the whole nine. So I was like, let's just throw in a refreshing spring/summertime beer because I'm not a seasonal drinker. I'll drink, Goses and sour ales in the middle of winter, and I'll drink, 15% imperial stouts in the middle of summer. I don't really care. But I thought this one, sounded pretty good, and I was like, I'm going to give it a go. So yeah, on the back here it says tropical influence meets innovative brewing in this tart margarita-inspired ale. Effervescent on the palate, our Margarita Gose utilizes orange peel, lime, and salt to create a zesty, light-bodied, and entirely unique beer experience. So yeah, let's do it. It says drink fresh, do not age. I only saw this one show up a couple weeks ago, so probably was like a month old when it showed up here, maybe like 6 weeks. And I grabbed it and it's been in my fridge for like a week, and here we are. Anyway, let's crack it open, give it a pour, see what we got going on. So yeah, I mean, it's pouring out like your typical Gose. It's looking appropriate. So yeah, that has a really just, honestly, it just has a light orange color, a little bit of yellow mix it in. Decent, there's a decent kind of haze to it. Carbonation, I don't know if this has the etching in the middle. I'm pretty sure it does though, this glass, but there's, decent carbonation in there. Has about a half, maybe a quarter of a finger, just a thin film of this off-white colored head. It looks pretty creamy. Can probably wrestle head up and see if it looks a little bigger here and better. Yeah, it's like off-white, creamy looking. Looks fine. It looks like so many Goses that I've drank this year, so let's get a nose on it. Picking up on the lime for sure. Margarita? I mean, not really. Yeah, maybe to a certain degree. Definitely lime, though. It has a really nice, zesty lime kick to it. Lemon from the base Gose. There's a salinity. Picking up a little bit on the orange peel, zesty orange peel as well. Smells like it's going to be quite tart. This honestly, you know what this smells like? It kind of smells like a lemon lime soda or something like that. And that might be seen as a negative, but for me, I like lemon lime soda. It just has that kind of soda pop feel to it. And I'm fine with it, just with a little bit more of like salinity. I don't know. It smells all right. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. It's like a little bit of Sprite mixed in with like squirt. There's like a grapefruit component in this one too. Higher side of light body. Like they said, it's light body. Sure. It's very crisp. It's clean. It's effervescent. There's more of like just a firm tartness as opposed to anything approaching sour in this one. Just like most Goses that I drink, they're just, more tart than anything. A little bit of a tartness on the palate. Right up front, you're just hit with that effervescent feel, like very crisp, and like on the palate, just like an explosion of carbonation, so to speak. And it's very refreshing to the palate too. It's like, when you're drinking carbonated beverage and you want something refreshing, it just kind of speaks to you like that. This is what this one's doing. But getting hit with like a lot of graininess up front from the base Gose. There's a big lemon lime feel to this one. From the lime they're using, from the base, like just, what they're doing to the sour portion of the Gose. It's a nice lemon lime character. Mid palate, a salinity hits from the salt. And then that's where the orange peel kicks in. And I get a little bit of like a grapefruit zestiness too. This one then finishes slightly dry, slightly acidic, and has a firm tartness to it. There's really no sweetness to speak of on this one. Maybe a slight touch of residual sweetness on the back end from like the malt. Yeah, it's a solid, but it's very basic is what this beer is. And you know what? I didn't expect a whole lot because, I mean, it's just a Gose and they're throwing some orange peel and lime in there. So most Goses already have like a lemon lime or just a lime kick to it for me, and you get the salinity. So you're introducing some lime character, a little bit of orange like grapefruit, and yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. I don't think this is anything that's going to blow anybody's socks off. I think, does it taste like a margarita is I guess the thing at the end of the day that you're wanting to know to a certain degree. But I don't think anybody, this is the way I would put it. If if you actually like margaritas, I don't think you'd go out of your way to drink this one. At least I would. And again, everything's personal opinion and personal preference. So I would say if you like margaritas, stick to drinking margaritas instead of picking this one up. But if you like Goses and you like, sour and tart beers, I think this is a good one. Now, despite the fact that I said I'm not a seasonal drinker, this would be way more enjoyable like middle of July when it's 90 plus degrees outside. I could crush a 6-pack of this, and 4.2%, not going to get sloshed. It's going to be very refreshing, and it's going to, combat that heat to a degree that I would enjoy, I think, anyway. So rating on the Margarita Gose from Cigar City, I'm just going to give it a straight 3.75 out of 5. Can't go much higher than that. Can't go much lower because it's a good beer. I enjoy it. There's just not a whole lot of complexity to this one. Not that there needs to be. It's not doing anything different than I've had in so many Goses before. But I think if you do get Cigar City in your area, which brings me to the price and availability, I'd say check this one out, especially in the warmer months. I believe this is a year-round offering. So if you do see this when the warmer weather starts kicking in about 4 or 5 months in spring, if you do see this, grab it because the price on this one's pretty good. I think a 12 or a 6-pack of this was like $10.99. So you're talking less than $2 a can, and it's really refreshing. You could drink a 6-pack of this, bring it to the beach, the pool, barbecue, whatever, and I think you'd really enjoy it. I think I might buy this again in the spring. I might buy a 6-pack of it, just throw it in the fridge, and when I want to drink a sub 5% beer that has some good flavors and it's not going to overwhelm my palate and going to be refreshing in the warmer months, I think this would be a good one to pick up. So yeah, that's Margarita Gose from Cigar City. I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Oh yeah, I always say this at the end, 4.2%. It's 4.2%. I really can't tell. So the alcohol does not play any kind of role here other than if you drink like 3 or 4 cans of this, then you'll start feeling good. But anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.